And John Madden took him in there, the Snake, Kenny Stabler, a ragtag bunch of outlaws that they were, and just thumped the Minnesota Vikings. It was bicentennial Super Bowl, 76. Had Otis Sistrunk, the man from Mars, and the assassin Jack Tatum. And then in the 80s, 1980, I went to St. Albans Junior High School up here, and there was everybody like Dallas. They all had Dallas Cowboy notebooks and Pittsburgh Steeler pencils. Me and one other guy up there, Robert Perog, we liked the Oakland Raiders. And they got this washed up fella that had won the Heisman Trophy and played for Stanford. And guy, they had a superstar, Dan Pastorini, that they picked up from Houston. He broke his leg, and they brought this washed up quarterback in there by the name of Jimmy Plunkett. And he got the season going, got him to the wild card, there was the wild card team coming in there, and everybody said, me and Robert said, they're going to win. They're going to go all the way to the Super Bowl, and they're going to win it. And everybody laughed at me and smacked me with their Dallas Cowboy notebook. But guess what? We were the only ones that had bragging rights. And they beat the Philadelphia Eagles in 1980. And guess what else? 3 years later, that washed up quarterback led them to another victory. They beat the Washington Redskins, right? My best friend was a Washington Redskin fan, and I called him up right after that game was over, and he hung up on me. He wasn't my friend anymore. So right now they got a West Virginia University quarterback that keeps throwing the game for them. How many picks? 9 interceptions. 4 games and 9 interceptions. And the rest of them are playing great. But you know what? I'm going to say that they're going to make the playoffs. I say they beat the Tennessee Titans tomorrow. Because once you're a Raider you'll stay. So I called it the Bad Boys of Fall. Let me tell you about a Raider nation, where some folks have sold their soul. They're a post-apocalyptic outer space world, spinning an old black hole. They were headed by a crew of pirates. They were sailing on the ship of sin, and the captain didn't care if they fought fair. He said, just win, baby, win. They're the bad boys of fall. They'd rather be feared than respected, that's all. They come rollicking in like the autumn wind. Once a Raider you'll stay through each and every third long play. Oakland, Vegas, or out in L.A., they're the bad boys of fall. Let me tell you about Raider Nation. They got snakes, assassins, outlaws. They're the silver and black that's on the attack, taking names and cracking skulls. And you best hide your women and children on game day when they call. 'Cause they'll rape, pillage, steal, and kill just to get their hands on the ball. They're the bad boys of fall. They'd rather be feared than respected at all. They come rollicking in like the autumn wind. Once a Raider you'll stay through each and every third long boys are out in L.A. They're the bad boys of fall. Let me tell you about Raider Nation and the guy with the patch on his eye. They're a rebellious bunch of renegades swinging those sabers high. But they commit theirself to excellence, carry poison, they stand with pride. And the will to win has always been the fire burning inside. They're the bad boys of fall. They'd rather be feared than respected, that's all. They come rollicking in like the autumn wind. Once a raider you'll stay through each and every third long play. Vegas, Oakland, or out in L.A. They're the bad boys of fall. They're the bad boys of fall. They'd rather be feared than respected, that's all. They come rollicking in like the autumn wind. Once a raider will stay through each and every third long play. Raider Nation across the USA, they're the bad